I got two audios that I want you to hear as to what's going on and what could be going on. Like it's never what you think it is. It's never what you think it is. The media is it's a tool. So whenever something come out, you gotta look at all the behind the scenes shit and start putting those pieces to the puzzle together. But here go the audio, and I just want you to listen.
To drive sales for the record company, vice versa. Now, JayZ is being accused of sexual assault. But I did some research and I remembered that back in 2021, JayZ sold Tidal to Jack Dorsey.
Right.
Jack Dorsey owns, I believe he created Twitter, but ended up selling it to Elon Musk. But he owns a company called Square.
Square, yeah.
Why would Square, which is a financial transaction company, right?
Yeah.
Want to buy a Tidal? Financial company that's buying a music company.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Well, a streaming platform.
Right. Why would JayZ sell it to Jack Dorsey? Now, this is the same thing that Drake is doing. Now, really think about it, right? Universal wants to be number one. They want to be the top of the food chain, right? So, any competition that's in their way has to be eliminated. Drake is a threat and direct competition because if they don't give Drake 20% of the company, he's not going to resign. He's going to either go independent or get a major bag from Sony or somebody else. Probably Sony because he already has a deal with him.
Right.
So Sony will fucking around give Drake a few billion or even own a percentage. Right? But we have to figure out, who owns Sony and where they're connected to, because if there's a Jewish lineage somewhere down the line, that's a threat. Right? Because remember, the chairman of Universal is British. The majority stakeholder in Universal is a Chinese man. So you have a British man, a Chinese man. Right? Now, let's be very clear about this British man, Lucian Grainge. He got honored and was given a symbol of status from Queen Elizabeth herself.
Really?
Yes.
So he's kind of protected by Queen Elizabeth?
Well, she passed away, but I'm just trying to tell you how powerful this man is.
Right.
Right? So that's British and Chinese working together. Drake is Jewish.
So maybe it's someone in Sony who is Jewish.
We don't know. I gotta do the research. But here's the point I'm trying to make. JayZ sells his company, Tidal, who is a competitor to Spotify, because Universal Music Group owns Spotify. Okay? He sells their competition to a whole nother person, Jack Dorsey. Right?
Yeah.
So, you don't think Universal Music Group feel like you should have sold that to us? Remember, they want to own everything. They already had an issue with, and it wasn't necessarily public, but common sense will tell you. You don't think they felt the way that Drake signed a deal with Apple? Remember, Apple sold phones. They ended up getting into Apple Music.
Right.
They created Apple Music. That was direct competition for Universal and Spotify. But obviously, Apple is Apple. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we already dealt with Apple. Now you're giving another company that's not as powerful as Apple, another man, because Apple is another company that you can't put your finger on who owns it. So they all can be like intertwined, right? So Universal Music Group can be invested into Apple.
Okay, yeah.
But Jack Dorsey himself owns Square. So now you're empowering an album. JayZ. So, who the fuck do you think you are that you can not bring everything to us? You can't look at Universal like a company. Because the moment you look at them like a company, you're going to not understand what the fuck is going on. This is BDC who get down and lay down. So, we already understand how powerful these men are from Universal, right? So, just the fact that JayZ feels like I don't know what you're doing now, right? Because JayZ's reason for selling it to Jack Dorsey was to get on the board of
Square,
Square,
the company.
right? So like we don't know what you're doing. So now you're unpredictable, and more importantly, you feel like you don't need us. You do need us. So just for that fact alone, we gotta get you the fuck up out of here. Universal Music Group.
Alright, so y'all heard that. And he said a lot of things. He said a lot of things in that. You know, he said a lot of things in what he was saying. You know, first of all, Lucian Grainge was given some type of reigns or, you know, accomplishment from the Queen. You know, so that lets you know his power. You know, he broke it down about Drake and Universal because, you know, Drake is suing Universal right now. He's saying that Universal is in like a RICO and, you know, type of thing because you can't pinpoint who owns this and that. But he broke down, you know, 10 Cents Holdings, who owns this and is Chinese, and then such and such, which is British, you know, yada yada. So he said a whole lot of things that made a whole lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? And once you do some type of research and you see, you know, certain things, you know, follow the money. You know, follow the money. And just like I told you in the beginning, they don't want you to be Jordan. They want you to be Pippen. You know, he just said that. Like, you just sold a streaming platform to an op, a competitor. We want all competitors out the way. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think you are? You know what I'm talking about? Why didn't you sell it to us? Why didn't you let us allow the move to be made? You just went and made your own move. That's you trying to be Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Scottie Pippen. In their eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Just like I told you. They want you to be on board. They want you to be, you know, very, very, very compliant and not defiant at all. You know what I'm talking about? So that could be a really, really good explanation for what is going on right now. Right now. You know, so that's the second way that I felt. Thank you for watching. Fuck with your boy. 702 Visions. District 1104. We out.
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.